So hello everybody, welcome back within the video. So in this particular video, we are going to discuss 10 most asked poetic devices which had been asked in various English literature exams, whether it is TGT and PGT, NET, SET, Assistant Professor, any English literature exams. These poetic devices are very most importantly asked, right? So in this video, this is the part 1 video, and where we will discuss 10 most asked poetic devices, and in another video part 2, 10 most. That way we will discuss we will complete the most, we will complete all the poetic devices which are important and which are commonly asked in English literature exams, right? So let's get started. So very first thing, let's get to know what is exactly poetic devices. So poetic devices also known as literary devices. That means poetic devices is also called literary devices, right? These are the tools used by poets and writers. अच्छा, poetic devices क्या है? So these are the tools to elevate the meaning of a written piece of text. What does it do? These poetic devices helps poets and writers to elevate the meaning of written text, and the relevance of poetic devices lies in their ability to enhance the beauty, depth and resonance of poetry. What does it do? That means the relevance of the poetic devices lies in the ability to enhance the beauty, depth and resonance of poetry. That means, okay, and they enables poet to go beyond literal meaning. What does it do? What do? They enable poets to go beyond literal meaning and employ figurative language, symbolism and sound pattern to convey complex ideas and emotions in an impactful manner. Okay, so let's move on. This was a definition, as you could see, right? That means poetic devices are used by poets or writers in literature for the decoration, for enhance the beauty, resonance of poetry, this way, right? To convey complex idea and emotion. Okay, so the first poetic device you have alliteration. You may all have heard about this poetic device, alliteration. This is exactly the repetition of consonant sound at the beginning of words, right? That means in a line or phrase, you will see the repetition of a consonant sound, not a vowel. What I'm saying, consonant sound, the repetition of a consonant sound, right? Not consonant word, only sound. For example, Peter Piper picked a pickled paper. So you can see the P consonant sound is repeated here in every beginning of the word, right? Now some classic examples of literature we have, like, now old desire doth in his deathbed. So you can see the D consonant sound is repeated here. Next example we have, fair is foul and foul is fair, right? It is this line is taken from Macbeth. So F consonant sound is repeated here. This way you can identify that it is a alliteration. There is a alliteration poetic device. Next example we have, next poetic device we have assonance. Now let's just focus that assonance, this refers to the repetition of similar vowel sound within words. Now see, in alliteration you saw the repetition of a consonant sound, right? Consonant sound, right? But it was in the beginning of the word. But in an assonance, you will see the repetition of vowel sound in the middle of word, within word. Within words, in the middle of words. मतलब words के बीच में आप देखोगे vowel sound का repetition, right? For example, just see here the mellow wedding bells. So you can see the may, ve, be. So this is the repetition of vowel sound, right? This line is taken from the Bells by Edgar Allan Poe. Second example, when he was nearly 13. So you can see the he, ni, t. So here you can see the vowel sounds repetition, right? To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee. ये उसकी line है. Next example we have strips of tin foil winking like people. So in this line you can see the strips, trip, T, V, E sound, E vowel sound is repeated here, right? So this way you can identify that this is a assonance. Next example we have simile. A simile is a figure of speech that makes a comparison between two different things using like or as. That means there is a comparison. You will see the comparison between two different things, two unrelated things, two dissimilar things, but by using like or as. For example, as quiet as mouse. That means there is something quiet, that quiet is compared with mouse, like mouse, as mouse is quiet, the same way that is quiet. As cold as fish, that means इतना ठंडा जितना कि fish. तो उससे भी कंपेयर किया गया, राइट. सी हैज़ गॉट अ हार्ट लाइक गोल्ड, सो हर हार्ट इज कंपेयर्ड विद गोल्ड, बट यूजिंग लाइक, हियर यू विल से एज. Next example, classic example, she weeps like a wench that had shed her milk. So she weeps, her weepings are compared with wench by using like, right. Next example we have metaphor. This is a figure of speech used to make indirect comparison between two unrelated objects. That means just see, just focus, just see, just focus. That in metaphor you will not see like or as. You will not see like or as. Without using like or as, you will see the comparison, indirect comparison between two unrelated objects. For example, money is the root of all evil. So money is the root. Money is compared with all evil without using like or so. Money is the root of all evil, right. Next, let me raise it. The party was the bomb. The party was the bomb. The party is compared with bomb. Okay, he is a couch potato. So he is compared with couch potato. Now, classic example of Venus and Adonis by Shakespeare. Love is spirit, all impact of fire. So love is compared with spirit of all impact of fire. Okay, so next example, dying is a wild night and new road, right. So dying is compared with wild night and new road, right. So this is written by poet Emily Dickinson in a letter, right. Okay, next next poetic device we have hyperbole. So hyperbole, it is expressing by its name itself that this is exaggeration. There is something exaggeration. There is something highly spoken. So this is a figure of speech that involves exaggeration. You will find the elements of exaggeration, and it is for particular to emphasize. Poet uses it to emphasize particular point or add humor or dramatic effect. For example, I am so hungry that I can eat whole elephant. So in this line, this is showing that he is so hungry, right? But and he can eat whole elephant. But in real way, in real life, it is not possible that he can eat whole element. Whole elephant. But for humor, for dramatic effect, it is used, and it has been said, right? Next example, the brightness of her cheek would same those same star. The brightness of her cheeks. So uske cheeks, her cheeks are compared. Her cheeks are compared with the stars, that her cheeks will dim, will same stars. In real way, in real life, it is not possible, but for exaggeration, for dramatic effect, for humor, it is used here. Next example, 10,000 saw I at a glance, tossing their heads in sprightly dance. These lines are from Daffodils by William Wordsworth. So William Wordsworth says that 10,000 saw I at a glance. That means एक नज़र में मैंने 10,000 daffodils देख लिए, which is in real not possible, right? In real it is not possible, but for dramatic effect it is used that 10,000 saw at a glance. एक नज़र में मैंने लगभग 10,000 daffodils देख लिए, right? This way, this is the example of hyperbole. Next example we have oxymoron. Oxymoron is a literary device. This is the very long, very big definition. I will tell you very short definition, that from here you just have to see that it is derived from Greek words that oxys meaning sharp, moros meaning dull. That means oxy and moros both are contradictory words, right? That way the sharp and dull, the same thing. The definition derives that oxymoron is a descriptive device that places contradictory terms next to or near one another. That means कहने का मतलब ये है, नेक्स्ट टू, एक वर्ड लिखा, उसके बाद जस्ट वर्ड आएगा, कॉन्ट्राडिक्टरी वर्ड आएगा, राइट, अपोजिट वर्ड आएगा. सो दैट इज ऑक्सीमोरॉन. दैट मीन्स नेक्स्ट टू, साइड बाई साइड. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, लॉयल, अपोजिशन, ओल्ड मीन्स पुराना, न्यूज मीन्स नया, ओनली चॉइस, ओपन, सीक्रेट, प्रेटी, अगली, सेम, डिफरेंस, स्मॉल, क्राउड, almost, exactly, awfully, good, deafening, silence, freezer, burn, living dead. This way you can identify that this is oxymoron. And now most of you will be confused with oxymoron and paradox. So paradox, here it is. A paradox is a literary device that appears to contradict itself but contains some truth, theme or humor. That means in paradox you will see in the beginning, if you will see in the beginning of line, you will not get the meaning of any line or phrase, right? But if you go deeper in the text, then you will identify. For example, child is the father of man by William Wordsworth. Wordsworth says that child is the father of man. But if you say that how this line is it is, but if he will focus, then William Wordsworth is saying the quality of man is derived from child. So that's why the child is the father of man. So you will have to go deeply, right? I can resist anything except temptation. Now you can see that he's saying for resisting everything, but contradiction is seen here. The same way contradiction seen that child and father, right? And here resist everything. Mana sab kar sakta hai, but what he cannot resist temptation, and temptation is most difficult. Temptation is the most important है और most difficult है, और इसी को वो resist नहीं कर पाएगा. That's why it is said that you will see the some kind of truth or humor here. That's next example, like cowards die many times before their death. They dies because they fear many times, right? All animals are equal, but some are more equal than others. So all animals are equal. That means in George Orwell says that सभी equal हैं, सभी politicians, सभी इंसान बराबर हैं, सभी को बराबर हक है. But some had got more equal than others. मतलब some has got more rights, है ना, ऐसे टाइप से. Next example we have, I must be cruel to be kind. So Hamlet is saying that I must be cruel. मुझे cruel होना पड़ेगा. That means uncle Claudius को मारना पड़ेगा to be kind. That means अपनी mother और father के father की मौत का बदला लेने के लिए और mother के साथ kind करने के लिए, right? So you can see the contradiction, cruel and kind, this way. Next example, poetic device we have allegory. Allegory is literary devices used to express large complex idea in an approachable manner. That means it is used to express a large complex idea in an approachable manner. Allegory allows writers to create some distance between themselves. It creates some distance between themselves and issue they are discussing, especially when those issues are some strong critique of political or social realities. For example, George Orwell की Animal Farm, एडमंड स्पेंसर की फेरी क्वीन, ये सब क्या है? एलिगरी है. नैथनियल हॉथॉर्न का द स्कारलेट लेटर, ये क्या है? एलिगरी का एग्जांपल है. नेक्स्ट एग्जांपल वी हैव एल्यूजन. सो दिस पोएटिक डिवाइस इज वेरी इजी इफ यू फोकस केयरफुली. एल्यूजन इज रेफरेंस टू अ वेल नोन पर्सन, कैरेक्टर, प्लेस और इवेंट that a writer makes to deepen the reader's understanding of their text. That means in any piece of literary text, there you will see the reference of any person, character, place or event, right? You will see the reference. For example, in The Wasteland by T.S. Eliot, you can see the reference of Sermon of Lord Buddha, allusion of Hindu Upanishad, Christian Bible, Canterbury Tales, Divine Comedy and Metamorphosis. These allusions, these references are used in the Wasteland by T.S. Eliot, right? So these poetic there you can find the allusion poetic device. Next example we have The Raven by Edgar Allan Poe. Here he has used allusion of Bible, Greek culture, classical mythology, Pallas Athena and Roman god of underworld, that is Pluto, right? The same with in The Love Song of Alfred Prufrock by T.S. Eliot, The Disquieting Muses by Sylvia Plath. In these works you will find the allusions, right? Berber ki allusion. Next example and last most important example is irony. So irony is a nonce device that denotes the difference between how things appear and how they are in reality. That means real में कुछ और है और exactly वो appear कुछ और करती है, right? Poets often use irony to add an element of surprise, complexity or critique to their works. It can be found in various forms such as dramatic irony. There are some types of irony like dramatic irony, situational irony and verbal irony. For example, very first situational irony, just see situational irony. So water everywhere nor any drop to drink in William Shakespeare's play Romeo and Juliet. In Romeo and Juliet you will see that water everywhere. So this is situational. In situation में देखेंगे तो water सब जगह है लेकिन पीने के लायक एक भी नहीं. This way, right? Next example we have example of verbal irony. Verbal irony, Antony's speech about Brutus. So Antony says to Brutus that he is very ambitious and he is an honorable man. Repeatedly he says, but exactly he is killed ना. Brutus ने किसी को मारा है. But Antony says that he is very ambitious, he is very honorable. So that way is verbally he is saying. For example, someone is a thief, right? Someone is a thief. कोई चोरी करता है उसे आप directly क्या बोले? He is very honest. He is very honest. So this is a verbal irony. Next example you will say dramatic irony. Dramatic irony occurs when the audience knows something. Audience knows something that the character don't know. That means, for example, if you see in a theater, you see the play or film. In that film, you know the things what has been done with the character or any protagonist or anywhere, any character, but characters don't know that what has been done with him. For example, in this classic myth of Oedipus, in Oedipus complex, you have seen that Oedipus leaves his family because it has been foretold that he will kill his father and marry his mother. अच्छा, Oedipus complex में क्या होता है? It is said that it is foretold that he will kill his father and marry his mother. He doesn't know, but audience knows na. Audience know that it has been done. He has killed. He will kill in future, but character don't know. So this is the example of dramatic irony, right? So I hope you like the video. You understood these poetic devices. In this was 10 poetic devices, and in part 2, in next video, I will bring some most extra important poetic devices for your English literature exams. So I hope you like the video. Please hit the like button if you like it.